Welcome back. The group chat, another odds-on edition with Goran. How you doing?
Mate, I'm so good. In the bright Auckland sunshine. Yeah. Great to be alongside you. Like, I'm so close to you, I can almost touch you.
You probably kick me with them toes out.
Yeah, look at that. For all the people who can't afford OnlyFans, take a look at these, eh? Anyway,
them dogs.
It's great to see you. How's the humidity in Auckland? What's it doing to this hair?
That's why the hat's on.
Yeah, keeping it contained.
So down in Wellington, it doesn't go all crazy. It's not too bad, but as soon as we get up here, it just tends to go. So the hat's on just to contain it. First time I've had to bust out the sunglasses for a long time.
Man.
Not been seeing it in Wellington, so...
Yeah, so talk me through your travel process to get here. So you went to Wellington Airport and you were wearing long pants, hoodie, freezing cold. Yeah. And then as soon as you get up here, boom.
Shorts, t-shirt. Could get the dogs out as well, but yeah, so I left home this morning at December. You know, it feels pretty bad putting the hoodie on, putting the jeans on, and having to drive along. I couldn't see 50 metres past me driving to the motorway, along the motorway this morning.
That's no good, mate.
You fly up, you get above the cloud, and it looks like a lovely day landing into Auckland. And yeah, straight into shorts and t-shirt, and away we go.
Yeah, the last few days, mate, have been like 23, 24 degree stunners. Yeah, if you're out in the sun for longer than 10 minutes, you're going to get burnt, and today I've got no sun cream on. And I know that you and I will probably talk for about 30, 40 minutes. So off to the A&E I go.
Yeah, it could be a rookie mistake.
Yeah, second or third degree burns I'm expecting.
Yeah, so the reason we're here on Saturday, we're going to be at the game, but you're going to be bright red at the game now. Yeah. So maybe I should have worn a Betcha hat or something like that. Maybe I'll just stay like this the entire time. No, I'll be fine, mate, because I've got Croatian skin, so it'll just go brown. By Saturday, I'll be golden brown. So you'll be pretty brown come Saturday.
You know.
Hopefully, I'll try and match that, but I'm a wee way off. I mean, the legs are...
Wellington skin, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, so we are here at Mount Smart, where the derby, the second Kiwi Classico, is going to take place on Saturday. So we thought we'd just come up and, you know, soak it all in, get amongst it. So we've got that to look forward to this weekend. What else have we got? We've got, I mean, I'm going to watch the UFC 310 on Sunday in Las Vegas.
Got a couple of cricket matches as well across the ditch. Adelaide, you got the pink ball day-night test match, second test against the Indians, and nobody really knows what happens in a pink ball test. Like as soon as the sun starts going down, the ball does weird things. It goes soft early. It's a bit like me actually in the bedroom, come to think of it, doing weird things and going soft early. Anyway, so that's something to look forward to. Probably an Australian win, given that they haven't lost a day-night test in Adelaide. And then we've got our own Black Caps looking for redemption at the world's biggest roundabout, Basin Reserve against the Poms, and keeping an eye on that as well, as obviously the A-League and English Premier League action as well. Yeah,
so Premier League's, we've had the midweek round as well, so we've had action this morning. Liverpool.
3-3 draw. It's always high scoring against Newcastle. I was thinking maybe it would be like a 4-3 because that's historically what usually happens with these two teams. But Salah put them ahead with 7 to go, and then I think it was Scher, not the performing star, who's probably about 89 years old by now. But
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, well, you're only young. So If I Could Turn Back Time is one of her big songs from yesteryear.
I feel like there's like a house version of that, Turn Back Time. It might be a Calvin Harris song maybe.
Yeah, it probably came out in the last few years. But anyway, Scher got the leveller in the 90th minute. So Liverpool get the 1 point, but everybody else, that chasing pack, including Manchester City, finally getting a win against Chris Wood's Nottingham Forest. So just ever so, closing that gap, ever so slightly. Yeah. But
it could have been worse because you're staring down the barrel of no points for a little while there, and
that's right.
Clawed your way back into it. And then looked like you were taking all 3 points again. So a mix of emotions this morning.
Yeah. And at one point, I think it was Alexander Isak, he had the ball in the back of the Liverpool goal and he was ruled out for offside. So at that point, if the goal's awarded, it's 3-1, and who knows if there's any way back for Liverpool. But, Arne Slot, he's finding ways to get results, and he got one today. Like they're still way out in front, and they head into the Merseyside derby on, I think it's early hours Sunday morning, against an Everton side that's got their tail up after this morning as well. 4-0 winners against Wolves. And I don't know how Dawson, the central defender, is coping with that one because he scored 2 own goals. But yeah, look, Everton with their tails up after getting dorked by Manchester United, and the Merseyside derby. As soon as you play any kind of those derby games like we'll experience on Saturday, the form guide, you can basically throw it out the window because.
Is that what you've done?
No, I think Liverpool's going to win. But I feel like for a lesser team like Everton, they will throw the form book out the window and just go for it, you know. And last year, last season, earlier this year, it was Everton who won at Goodison Park 2-0. So at that point, I think Liverpool were still kind of in with a chance of winning the Premier League title.
Yeah.
And Everton were obviously, you know,
doing their thing down the bottom.
yeah, chilling out, cellar dwelling. So, anything's possible in these matches.
Yeah, well, I mean, Arsenal, we beat the Red Devils at home, so
yeah.
I'm happy this morning and got more matches to look forward to. If we go ahead, we're going to get into our bets shortly, but let's look at last week's betting.
Oh, do we have to?
Well, we kind of touched on it. We don't need to talk about your multi again if you don't want to. We touched on that on Tuesday. But I kind of wanted to bring it up because I had a decent day. I went 2 for 3 with mine.
Wow.
Saka scored, and I can't remember the one that lost, but 2 for 3. And our group chat multi, our first effort, we split it. So we went 1 each. So we're actually going to scrap it this week, and because of the derby, we're going to go head to head in a little same game multi on the derby. So
well, just on last week and outside of the A-League multi, which failed miserably, I thought I did okay because I picked Auckland FC for the clean sheet.
Yeah.
Boom, they got that. And I did say that Manchester City would lose to Liverpool, but the goal scorer didn't come through for me, and that was Luis Diaz, because they were going for 7 matches without a win, and I was thinking, well, 7 matches, the number 7 for Liverpool, Luis Diaz.
I really like that thinking, the way you put that that puzzle together.
Yeah, well, geez, cerebral stuff from me. Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure I had the Auckland FC win as well. I had them, both teams, not to score, so I guess Auckland FC win, keep a clean sheet, same bet. Different value, though, weirdly enough, to what you had. Let's look at this week. Okay. So if we just get straight into it, you got a gut play for us to kick things off?
Gut play, I'm going the cricket, second test in Wellington. I really like the look of Nathan Smith. He picked up 3 wickets in the first innings against the Poms. He's got a good amount of pace, hurries the batsman up. So it's on them before they know it. I think it's a repeat performance. He just repeats the same dosage. I've gone 3+ wickets for Nathan Smith in the first innings at 270.
That's glorious. And to be fair, he should have had 5 down in Christchurch too if we held on to some of those catches. So, funnily enough, I've gone gut play cricket as well. Nathan Smith as well.
Oh, wow. And we haven't even spoken about this.
No. This is my Wellington knowledge coming into it. And Nathan Smith playing for the Thunderbirds down at home. Yeah. Rachin Ravindra, also a Thunderbird.
Yes.
So I'm just backing the 2 Wellington boys. I could have thrown Conway in there, but we'll leave him out of it just through his run of form. So I've done a little 2-leg same game multi on the cricket first innings. The Wellington boys to get a job done for us. So Rachin 30+ runs. Nathan Smith 2+ wickets, both in the first innings. And that gets me $2.73.
Wow, okay.
So we're both going to be at the Basin.
Yeah, I like those odds, mate.
Yeah.
And, in reality, all that the Black Caps really need to do is score more runs and take more catches.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll be more than a match for England. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Sort of how cricket works, eh?
Yeah, do not drop 8 catches.
No. Hard enough
just
taking
don't do
10
that.
wickets, let alone trying to take 18.
Goodness sake, yeah. I mean, that's the team talk heading into this one.
Yeah.
Take your catches, score some runs.
Do you think they've done anything differently leading up to this game to prepare? Like they're spending extra work in the court and extra work taking catches? Or you're just thinking, it's a one-off, we got the dropsies last week, they're not going to carry on over?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Whenever teams shit the bed in spectacular fashion like that, like they did in Christchurch, you can go one of 2 ways, where you sort of really dive deep on it and try and investigate it, or you just flush the dunny and move on and say, well, look, that never really happens to us, so it's an anomaly, it happened, we accept it, it probably cost us the match, let's just take our catches in the second test, please.
Yeah.
So, I'd be fascinated to know what way they went. I think they probably focused on a bit of catching practice.
I'd say they did. From my own experience, I would say they were doing some extra catching work at the basin.
So if you're playing and you've dropped, like, say you've shelled like 3 or 4 chances in a match.
Me personally or the team?
Both.
Okay.
Like collectively, so the onus is on you first and foremost, right? You're wanting to improve your performance for the next game. So you're practicing your catching, but your coach is probably saying the same thing, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we're going out there on a Tuesday after work, and we're getting balls hit at us for a good hour, I'd say. If we drop catches, that's fine. Shit happens, move on. But we're going to get to training on Tuesday. We're going to put in a little bit extra work. It's also a bit of punishment as well, because fielding, I mean, I love throwing my body around the fielding side of things, but an hour of it running around non-stop is a bit of punishment too. And when we do drop catches, we'll end up going for a run around the boundary too. So
oh wow,
it's a bit of a punishment for the drop catches, but also, you know, if you can catch it when you're fatigued, you're gonna catch it on a game day, hopefully on Saturday. So
yeah,
I'd hope they've done some extra work. Let's just say that.
You know, I hope that Ron Snowden is still commentating for somebody somewhere at the Basin Reserve. Have you ever heard of Ron Snowden?
Yeah.
So he's like a household name on radio sport back in the day. And he was a guy who could not describe the action as good as, you know, Brian Waddle or Daniel McCarty, but he had...
Names I do know.
He had an amazing voice. And it didn't matter what he said, everything just sounded fantastic. So wherever you are, Ron, big snowman, I hope you're well. I hope that you're out there for Sport Nation in some capacity, because it'd be great to hear your voice, mate.
Just purely because of the good voice.
Yeah. He would say, oh, whacked away, great shot, bowled him. And, you know, great shot, bowled him is one of his catch cries. It can't be a great shot if he's been out bowled. But
it could look good.
With an incredible voice, Charlie, like, he could say anything.
And it just sounds good.
Amazing.
Okay, well, maybe Snowman's out there. We're not going to see the Santa Claus, though.
Oh,
He's not been pulled in for, they've kept Southey in, they've kept the homeboy Nathan Smith, so
maybe,
no Santa Claus.
Maybe closer to Christmas we'll see Santa.
Yeah, maybe in the third test as we get through to closer to the 25th.
Yeah, a real Christmas treat.
Yeah. Alrighty, stat play.
Stat play.
Himmy, what do we got?
Okay, I'm going football.
Yep.
I'm going the Merseyside derby, because Liverpool is in search of its 100th win in this fixture.
Okay.
Yeah, so currently sitting on 99, obviously, going for win number 100. It's the last match that they'll play at Goodison Park as well before Everton's whoosh. So it would be nice to pick up 3 figures there, get win number 100. So I've gone Liverpool with the win, and Mo Salah to score, and that only gets me $2.40, which I was quite disappointed with, but I feel like it is almost a lock after Liverpool kind of stumbled a little bit at Newcastle today, and Everton have their win. I feel like, Liverpool back to winning ways and Everton back to losing ones.
Yeah, okay. So, order to restore itself. Salah's still scoring. He scored this morning.
Yeah, got a couple, I think.
Yeah, the double. Did the double?
Yeah, so, I feel like that could be a really good option for punters out there. What's your stat play?
So I'm going to go Sunday as well, but I am going to go into UFC 310 in Las Vegas. So normally Phil, he would dive right into the UFC. If we've got a pay-per-view event, all 3 will be on the UFC. Our multi will be the UFC. So just channeling my inner Phil, and I'm going to go to the UFC. It's going to be on the main event. So the champ, Alexandra Pantoja, he's defended his title twice now, and he comes up against a 31-year-old Kai Asakura, who's making his debut in the UFC. So his first fight for the company, and it's going to be a title shot straight away.
Wow.
Now,
pressure.
Yeah, I mean, the guy just screams Himothy. Have you heard that term, Himothy? So if I said you were him, you were that guy, you were him.
Right.
So if we say you're Himothy, you know, Timothy, you just turn the name. He's got that energy about him.
Okay, right.
And he is just an absolute star with some serious knockout power. That leads into part of my bet. But Pantoja, he's won, but he's not been winning by a knockout. as of late. It's always been going to the judges. It's going through 5 rounds. He's tough as nails.
Yikes.
And he grinds it out to get through 5 rounds and win on decision. He's won split decision, then twice by unanimous in his last 3 fights. So my bet is Pantoja by points or Kaya Sakura by knockout. As a little double market there, it gets you $2.25. So you're covering off both of the most likely opportunities, I think. And we get good value at $2.25. Like if I was pricing that up, I would have been at about $1.80, $1.70 mark.
Okay.
So I'm actually hoping Kai wins with a knockout. It'd be cool to see him come in as a debutant and take the belt away from Pantoja, who...
Jeez.
He's got a lot of credit.
What a way to start, though, eh?
Yeah, well...
And where do you go from there?
If you lose, I don't know. Do you not get another gig? Because...
I don't know.
But if you win, obviously you're defending your title and there's a lot of pressure on you. But
yeah,
I think this guy's just coming in and he wants to take the opportunity. There's not a lot of depth in that weight. So hence the reason he's come straight in for a title shot. There's not too many below him. So I don't know if he just pieces up everyone below him if he has another fight somewhere along the line.
Listening to you talk about the UFC, you're obviously very knowledgeable about it. Do you also like a scrap yourself? Like, do you like to fight?
I can't say I've ever thrown hands.
Right, okay.
You know, there's been a couple times you get heated on a sports field and you're up in someone's face, particularly indoor netball. Funnily enough, social indoor netball on a Wednesday night is where you get the most heated.
Isn't that strange, though? Like,
yeah.
Netball's such a lovely sport to play, and then as soon as you go indoor in those nets, people bouncing here, there, and everywhere. Mixed indoor netball is like ferocious, eh?
It is. I think it's just the pace of it, and everyone there they're playing social, but everyone is pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Like you go there for a laugh, but as soon as it gets tight, and it actually gets quite physical with the shoving. Also, when the girls are playing in the mixed league, they know how to use their body to stop you from getting the ball, and you just feel like you're powerless against it. You can't do anything. So that's where indoor netball gets. But in terms of my own combat, I actually back when I was 12 or 13, I actually earned my black belt in karate.
Seriously? Wow. Okay. So what kind of knowledge do you still have, and what can you impart and bestow upon me ahead of the derby on Saturday? Because you know, there's going to be 26,000 people here. They're saying that it's going to be a new regular season record in New Zealand after it was set a couple of weeks back, Sky Stadium, when the same two teams collided. It's going to be pro Auckland FC, and I'm going to be wearing this thing for 90 minutes. I'm sure I'm going to cop some grief, and maybe even like people will want to throw hands. What should I do? So how do I protect myself with karate?
First of all, it's a good fighting stance, strong base, bend in the knees. Have you ever water skied before?
No.
Okay. Scratch that. I was going to say water skiing, bend knees, lean back, but you want to keep your hands up.
Okay, hands up.
Hands up, because you're gonna cop a few for sure.
Yeah.
But you got the hands in the way. That's going to take most of the brunt of it.
Right.
And then I'd say just haymakers.
Haymakers?
Come out swinging. So big over the shoulder.
That doesn't
left,
sound like
right,
karate.
Left, right. No.
So you're just saying, like,
from
adopt
my
the
karate
stance.
knowledge, I'm saying drop it, and you've got to go Street Fighter and throw haymakers.
Okay, all right. I sincerely hope it doesn't come to this, because you know I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah. Okay.
There was on one occasion a long time ago, I was drunk outside a place called the Crook and Flail in Pakuranga, East
Sounds
Auckland.
like a great place.
And there was a guy who. He had previously been with my then girlfriend, and he and his mate didn't quite enjoy the new coupling.
Yeah.
And I was legless, mate. I could not stand. And they went to town on me in the car park.
How'd you go? Did you throw any hands?
I don't think so. No, I think I just drunkenly took an absolute pasting. Yeah. They belted me so bad that I broke my nose and lost a contact lens.
Oh, not the contact.
They punched a contact lens out of my eyeball.
You sure they didn't just get a finger in there and pick it out?
It just hooked it out. Oh, look, anything's possible when you're that drunk. Yeah. So
I would have hoped you throw some hands, whether you remember it or not.
I don't know. But I don't think I did. Maybe a bit of.
How'd you wake up? Did you get you were home?
How did I wake up?
Home?
I was purple and swollen.
Hospital?
No, at the old family homestead. Yeah, it was just managed to make it home somehow, some way.
Hey, Mum.
Yeah.
Bruised, battered.
Oh man, Mum was gutted. She was in tears. Yeah, seeing her youngest son swollen and purple like that. But well, maybe that wouldn't have happened had I learnt karate as a 12-year-old like you.
Yeah. I feel like the benefit of that means you know when to fight. It's like, if you know the gambler, know when to hold him, know when to show him.
Yeah.
You learn when to pick those battles.
Oh, so you know that song, but you don't know anything about Cher.
I know Kenny Rogers.
Okay.
The great man.
Yeah.
The great man.
I suppose you're working for Betcher and he's singing about gambling.
Correct.
So, yeah.
I actually, when I've done karaoke before, we talked about that Fiji trip.
Yes.
Yeah, we got into karaoke and that was my karaoke song, The Gambler. Naturally.
Very good. The only time I've ever sung at karaoke, I performed "Dick in a Box" by. Have you heard the song?
I've heard "Dickhead" by Robbie Williams.
Nah, "Dick in a Box" by Lonely Island. You know Andy Samberg and his buddies.
Oh, okay.
And I think even Justin Timberlake features on the track. So,
wow.
Yeah, "Dick in a Box." I performed that and got a standing ovation.
Standing ovation.
From the 5 people that were in the bar.
If you get 5 people up on their feet, that's a win.
Yeah.
That's a huge win.
Look, we've digressed massively. I don't even know where we are in the betting now.
Let's go for a hot streak.
Hot streak.
Hot
okay.
streak.
I'm going motorsport. My least favourite thing in the world. I'm going motorsport. But I feel like it's a sure thing. It's the season-ending F1. As we watch a truck drive away with lots of branches on the back of it. Bye-bye. Season-ending F1. Max Verstappen, there's no stopping the guy, and he's got a history of winning at this event as well. He's won the last 4 events at Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
I say he locks in number 5, and I'm going Verstappen to win at $3.25, would you believe?
Oh, wow,
a guy who's so dominant, across F1 and this event, excuse me, $3.25. I think that's fantastic
value. What are the others
value.
paying, do you know?
Oh, a lot more.
So he's favourite at $3.25?
He's favourite at $3.25.
Well, he's already wrapped up the Drivers' Championship. He's just won the last one, so you don't see him taking a step back and just kind of cruising,
Do you think that's in his nature? Nah. I mean, he'll want to finish strong.
I think he's lost all respect for George Russell after last weekend. There's been a bit of come about that. So I think he's going to want to go out there and pants Mercedes, show George Russell, he's not to be with. So... And also that race, it's coming down to the Constructors' Championship on the line too, McLaren, Ferrari. McLaren in the lead in the box seat, but after last week, I think Lando came down at 10th, just securing 1 point, and Ferrari, if they can get 2 cars in that top 4, I think they might be taking it home. So are you gonna be watching it then?
No.
Because you've got...
No. I'll wake up in the morning and have a look at the result and... Yeah, there's no way I can watch it.
Yeah, okay.
No.
That's fair.
But, look, I feel like it's a sure thing.
Yeah.
The guy's been dominating for years now. 4 titles.
And what do you say? Things happen in 5? That's what you say?
Yeah.
Why's that? I've never heard that before. Things happen in 3s.
Well, they do happen in 3s.
They happen in 4s and 5s?
Maybe. I mean, it happened in, 7s for Man City.
They did.
So I guess what we're saying is there is no set pattern to anything happening.
No, it just happens.
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah.
And it's been happening for Verstappen. So when it happens for Verstappen, there's no stopping him.
Yeah.
Just got to get on him.
I'll tell you what it's been happening for. My hot streak, staying with the UFC, Shavkat Rakhmonov. 18-0.
Oh, yeah, know him well.
18-0.
18-0?
18 finishes. It's not been taken to the judges at all.
So he just ends his opponent.
Correct, he's a killer. This boy is a killer. So if you ever got into a fight, again, say we're down here on Saturday.
Cool old Shavkat.
You need him in your corner because this guy is not lost. He doesn't know how to lose and he knows how to put guys to sleep.
All right.
4 of his last 5 fights have ended in submission. Rear naked choke. Loves getting on their back. Bang. Under the neck. Gone. Sleep. Puts them to bed.
Yeah, nice.
The one was also a knockout, a kick to the head. So he just knows how to finish fights. He's had 6 fights in the UFC, obviously all of them by finish. So I'm getting on the Betcher boost here, actually. We've boosted him.
Boosting it.
To win by submission, and we're getting $4 for it.
Wow.
Which feels like
Generous.
Unbelievable value.
Generous.
And he's facing Ian Gary, who he's a striker, so he's going to want to stay on his feet. But I think Shavkat is just going to be able to get him on the ground, put him on the mat, and I think we're getting 5 rounds. Maybe 3, but I think we're getting 5. And if we definitely are getting 5, he's going to grind him down. Ian's going to get worn out, more susceptible to the submission, and that's where it's going to come. The hot streak, he's going to go 19-0, 19 finishes, and get his 6th submission in the UFC.
5 rounds. I just can't even imagine doing that much exercise.
5 5-minute rounds.
Let alone getting the shit kicked out of you and punched out of you in the process. It's, you know, like I'll happily go to the gym and maybe do 15 minutes on a cross trainer.
Yeah, okay.
And that's me done.
Yeah.
And here
you get up and leave after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, my body's pretty good, so like any more than that would just be silly.
Yeah, I don't need to. What's the point? I'm already here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, credit to them, man. Like they must be physical freaks to be able to put themselves through that kind of like the fitness, but then the torture aspect of it as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And the weight cut as well. So lots of these Eastern European boys as well are just weight bullies. So they'll fight at say 125 pounds, which is 70 something, low 70 kgs. But their standing weight might be 85 kgs, close on 90. So they're dropping 15 to 20 kgs to weigh in before the fight.
How? Is that just like
it's just all your water
alone?
All your
oh
water, yeah.
God. So they go without drinking water for days on end.
Yeah, but the trick is, so you brutalize your body 24 hours before you weigh in, you make weight, and then they put it all back on. So they're fighting at 125 at 72, say, kgs.
Yeah.
But then when they step in the octagon 24 hours later, they're back up to their 85 kgs.
Yeah, wow.
And it's just a massive here to here, back up to here turnaround. And it just must be brutal on your bodies. And to stick at that physical condition to then go out and bounce someone off the canvas or put someone to sleep. It's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, your body must be like quite exhausted by that point, eh?
I'd say so.
You know, and you've only got, what did you say, 24 hours to
put it all back on.
To put it all back on, and then you've got the fight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Buck of that for a joke, man.
Well, I think they're starting to get paid a little bit better, so it might be worth it, but who knows, Dana White, pretty stingy. Anyway, let's get back here on Saturday. I said we're scrapping the group chat multi. So we're going to do a little head-to-head battle. So we've got, on Saturday, we're going to go head-to-head in a little comp. You, me, we're going to find some people to represent the Phoenix, going to find some people to represent AFC. But we're also going to have our own little side comp on the betting side of things. So we're going to have a same-game multi each.
Yes.
Okay, 3 legs, and we're going to see who comes out on top.
I want to hear yours first.
Righto.
Because, you know, you're sitting there in your Auckland FC top, so you better be back in the Aucklanders.
At our home stadium.
Yeah.
Where it's all going to happen on Saturday. And the first time I was actually here at the first Auckland FC game,
Brisbane
Logan
Raw.
Rogerson scored.
Yeah, he
2-0.
did. Yeah, yeah.
He was the first one I saw score in an AFC jersey because the first one was an own goal. So hence, I'm backing him to score again this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Against the Knicks. It is going to contribute to a win for Auckland FC. So Logan Rogerson goal, an Auckland FC win. But I do think the Knicks are going to get one on the board. So I'm going both teams to score.
Okay.
So my 3 legs, Auckland FC to win, both teams to score, yes, Logan Rogerson to find the back of the net. And I'm getting $11.95 on that.
Woo-wee.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right, well, dinner on you on Saturday night if that comes through. But I don't think it will, Charlie.
Why is that?
Unfortunately. Well, because the Wellington Phoenix will win and hand Auckland FC their first loss of the A-League campaign. I'm saying Wellington Phoenix to win, Costa Barbarouses to score at any time, because Costa Barbarouses scores whenever the hell he wants, and he will on Saturday, and I've got both teams to score as well.
Okay, so very similar.
Very similar, and I believe I've boosted it. I've gone the odds boost because that's my favourite thing to do, boost the odds, and I'm going to cop a whopping $14.95 for that.
Okay, I guess the Phoenix are underdogs, so you're getting a bit more value on the win there.
Yep. That's right.
So, if I win, dinner on me. If you win, dinner on you. If there's a draw, what do we do?
Go hungry.
I guess so. we could get who could we find? We could get one of the punters. One of the punters, if anyone has a win, we'll just scour the stadium.
Yeah, all right.
See if someone did have a draw.
Yeah.
Because that'll be paying quite well. And we'll get them. We've had
I've just heard up the port.
So the port, they're here. They're going to be here. The Yellow Fever, they're going to be tucked up away in the corner up there. I don't know if you can see on the shot.
What, miles away
but they're going to be tucked up away there, so
they can't actually get closer to the field of play.
Yeah.
That's poor. I mean, it's great organisation from Auckland FC to put them up and out of the way. But
Mount Smart have done a job.
Yeah, they have.
For sure.
And that sort of thing can't happen at Sky Stadium because
no,
you just sit right down
well,
close
the Port
to the...
did a good job getting their spot
action.
at Sky Stadium for the first one because they were down in the corner where they scored their both late goals.
Yes,
so
that's right.
The players were able to run over and celebrate with them. So, yeah, Yellow Fever parked up over there.
It'll be nice to see them, actually.
Yeah, I'm actually interested to see how many Aucklanders turn out in their Phoenix jersey, like yourself.
Yeah, it's almost like that Homer Simpson meme. You know, like as soon as Auckland FC have come along, they've backed into the hedge in their Wellington Phoenix kit and re-emerged in black and blue. Will they show their true colours? You know, for me personally, having supported Wellington Phoenix for 17 years at a time when there wasn't an Auckland representative in the A-League, like I find it very difficult to just cast that loyalty and support to one side just because Auckland are here now. So, hey, you've been waiting around for us, and here we are. So, come and buy the merchandise and love what we're doing. And look, I am loving what they're doing.
Yeah.
You'd be an idiot not to, because to hit the ground running the way they have and to win every game, to not concede, that's phenomenal. Like, where on planet Earth do you see that? You just don't. But I can't cast aside my support of the Knicks, and I'm sure that there will be a lot of other Aucklanders like me. So yeah, I'm very interested to see on Saturday how many yellow and black shirts are out there in the ground.
Well, hopefully for your sake, there's a couple out there that can defend you. But we will be here on Saturday. We're going to have a bit of fun with the fans. We're going to be at the game in the Betcha Zone. And there is going to be a couple boosts on the game that Betcha's got to offer as well. So make sure you keep your eye out for that. If you are going to have a punt this weekend, make sure you have some fun with it, but do it responsibly. If you want to follow either myself or Goran's bets, they will be on our bet socials. So follow along. If we win, dinner on me. Next win, dinner on Goran.
me.
Till then, see you next week.